Alright, we are back with Gen 1 Ubers. Gonna see some more Moltres action. Moltres deserves to be picked. I am here to prove it. Okay, so let's look at the other Moltres team. This one is going to have Executor instead of Gengar. A few differences on this one. We got our standard Executor as a lead, sleep lead. Same Snorlax as last time, counter instead of Hyper Beam. Moltres, and we have Slowbro instead of Chansey. We got Slowbro instead of Chansey. Standard Slowbro can be used to stall Ice Beam Mewtwo, but not Thunderbolt Mewtwo. Same Mewtwo as last time. We need our attack power to get things out of the way for Moltres to do its thing. And our Mew is going to be a little different this time. We have a very defensive Mew here that really comes in clutch against physical attackers and opposing Mews. Reflect, Swords Dance, Body Slam, Soft Boiled. Body Slam is our attacking move because we want to spread paralysis, and this Mew can stave off explosions. It can stave off physical attackers like Snorlax and Tauros. However, this Mew cannot hit Gengar at all. So, if you're going to use this one, tread carefully. Okay, and the other team we saw in the last video, Gartrace with Gengar. We spoke about this at length in the previous video, so if you want to know more about this team, go ahead and watch that one. But let's go ahead and get into the matches. Okay. Zapdos lead. That's crazy. I've never seen that. And that's actually pretty bad for me because my team is not too great against Zapdos. My only good Zapdos switch-in is Mewtwo, and the Mewtwo I have can't heal, so I'm already in a pickle. I don't like this. I'm not going to risk the Sleep Powder. A crit Drill Peck could mess me up pretty good and proper, so I think I'm just going to cope my way out with Mewtwo. Boom. I'm going to throw out a Thunder Wave. He's going to throw in his own Mewtwo. Now, I'm not ready to play the explosion game with my Mewtwo yet, because my Mewtwo is the only good switch-in to Zapdos that I have. So I need to make an alternative plan. Okay, I'm going to go to my Mew. He's going to go to his Mew. Now, I don't know if I could have had a guaranteed win on that matchup, even with the full para, which was pretty lucky, because this Mew has Body Slam. It doesn't have Earthquake, so his Mewtwo could have won, but I'm already in a pickle, so I'm just trying to survive at this point. All right, his Mew. I do a Reflect for his Mew. He does Thunder Wave. It misses. Gen 1 miss on that, but now I'm scared, because Thunder Wave Mew is generally Parasite Mew. And if you don't know what Parasite Mew is, it is a Mew that has a set based around Transform. So it's Soft Boiled, Reflect, Thunder Wave, Transform. And the Parasite Mew is used to steal opposing Pokemon with Thunder, and it has Thunder Wave and Reflect. So primarily it's used to steal an enemy Mewtwo and stall out the enemy Mewtwo in combination with your own Mewtwo. And if you're lucky enough, you can steal the enemy Mewtwo, kill it, and then have two Mewtwos. So Parasite Mew steals other Pokemon, and it does have use case in Ubers. It definitely does. But I shouldn't be too worried, because I have Reflect, 2x attack, and Body Slam paralysis. And with Transform, you only get 5 moves per slot. So his Mew is going to run out of moves before I ever go down. But the thing with Parasite Mew, what's incredible, is you can refresh it for as many transforms as you have. So it's 5 times 24, or whatever amount of PP Transform has. So Parasite Mew is perpetual if you don't kill it. It'll just heal and transform again, heal and transform again. That's why it's just a menace. That's why it can stall out entire teams. Okay, so let's see it. Let's see if he's got it. Nope. Oh, uh-oh, not looking good. I think Parasite Mew's coming. What? Psychic? No way, man. No way I'm on the defense against someone using a Psychic Mew. That's crazy. Alright, I have a special drop here. I'm not sure if I want to refresh or not. I think I'm going to hit a soft boiled and then refresh with Executor. Because I don't want to risk switching into a Thunder Wave with Mewtwo, since Mewtwo is my fast Zapdos counter. He stays in here. I think he thinks I was baiting him with Executor, but I'm just going to send the Sleep Powder. It's a good thing that he didn't switch out because I'm not too keen on wasting an explosion on his Mewtwo yet. So I'm still all right. All right, I land it. Thank gosh. I think I misplay here big time. So he's got the Reflect up, and I'm deterred from doing any physical switch in. But that Zapdos is still right there and ready to go, and I send in Slowbro. I think in the moment, I was like, okay, I guess I'll risk it against Zapdos with Amnesia Thunder Wave. I might not get crit to death instantly. But in hindsight, I think I made a mistake. I think I probably should have sent in Mewtwo, even though he had the Psychic Resist, because I am faster, right? And I wouldn't need to backtrack, which I think I do. I think I'm slamming my head against the wall with this move right here. Yep, there it is. The most obvious play in the world. Yeah. Oh, man. That's not a good look for me. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I sent in Slowbro and Amnesia on top of it. I was coping. I was coping so hard. And then I go back to Mewtwo anyway. I should have just sent in Mewtwo to begin with. What's wrong with me? So I switch in Mewtwo. Oh, dude. And he wallops me. He wallops me with a big crit Thunderbolt, and I can't heal myself. Back to his Mewtwo. Oh, man. This might be it. This might be me wasting my Mewtwo right now to get that self-destruct damage off. Alright, so I'm going to Amnesia up for a little chip, and then I'm going to hit the boom button. The big red button. Ooh, no! I don't even get that. I can't have nice things. No, I don't even get my self-destruct damage. Nothing. Instant freeze on the Ice Beam. My gosh, what am I going to do? Oh, man. I think I'm going to go back to Slowbro because Bolt Beam Mewtwo is pretty rare, so I think I might just sit with Slowbro and do my original plan anyway, which was Thunder Wave the Zapdos. Because now I'm just out of options. Alright, there that is. Do my Amnesia. I think Zapdos is going to come back in for the obvious kill. Please survive. Please survive. Please survive. Thank you. My gosh. Okay, so right here I'm faced with doing another Amnesia or just clicking Surf. And if I do another Amnesia and he crits me, I get 0 damage on the Zapdos. So I think I'm just going to stick to Surf. Get some damage off, and then go down to this Thunderbolt. Alright, gotta send in Snorlax. It's the most logical free entry on this Zapdos, since Executor can be hit with Drill Peck, and Mew is paralyzed, right? And the thing with Mew, even though he's faster, if I do a Swords Dance, Zapdos will do Agility and still outspeed the Mew, so it'll be a waste of a free entry. So I went with Snorlax on this to do some body slams and get it out. And if Snorlax ends with enough health, he can still use his self-destruct. Thunderwave, come on, no full para. No full para. We want that health, and we're full para'd. Okay, alright. Okay. Awesome. So self-destruct, obviously isn't going to happen, and even if he couldn't one-shot me with his Executor, he could always switch this Mew back in and have me destroy a non-threatening target. I make a catastrophic misplay here. I can't believe it looking back, but we were so far into the game that I subconsciously assumed that something was already asleep. He still has a sleep slot, and I switch in my executor. My gosh, guys. This is horrible. I am truly a low IQ loser on this one. So, I mean, there's the obvious explosion play for me. Maybe he thinks explosion, but whatever. He's in a pretty comfortable position right now with that freeze on my side. And I could finish with Moltres, right? But how's this doing? Okay, it's paralyzed, so I can't burn it. But during this game, I actually forgot. I forgot that nothing on my team was asleep. I'm so lazy-brained. So I do Stun Spore right here. And he gets full para. I go for the Psychic. And then, so I switch in my Frozen Mewtwo because I assume he's going to explode, but he does Sleep Powder, right? I wanted him to explode on my Mewtwo. Boom, and then Sleep Powder's a Frozen Mewtwo. Okay. At this point, I realize my folly, and I'm like, oh man, he has another sleeve. So I just stay in to see what he does. Hopefully, I wanted him to kill the Mewtwo so I could get a free entry. He brings in Snorlax, and now I'm like, uh-oh. Is this a setup Snorlax, or is it a standard Snorlax? So I think it's a standard Snorlax, so I'm just going to stay in. Right. Okay. And then go Mew here with the Reflect, which I should have done on the Executor, but I forgot. Okay, he's throwing some body slams, get a heal off, and then put up the Reflect, right? Okay, he brings in his Mewtwo. I don't think I can win this, because he's going to outspeed me with the stat drops. Oh man, so what do I do now? I think I need to explode Executor no matter what. Right, yep, there's Executor. Is he going to see it? It's so obvious. He keeps it in. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I'm not the only one making mistakes. That was the only possible play I could have done, throwing Executor in right there. All right, Moltres, the only fully healthy Pokemon on my team. You've got to make a big finish here. Okay, so I could do Hyper Beam right now. I don't know how many Moltreses I Love Jimothy has seen, but Hyper Beam is an obvious move right here. And he could easily switch something in and paralyze me or finish me off right now. But I'm desperate, so I'm just going to desperately send that Hyper Beam. Ooh, and it gets the kill on Mewtwo. Thank gosh. Chansey comes in, don't want to get paralyzed. He sees this paralyzed Mew coming, goes straight Seismic Toss, puts in his Mew. Guess trying to wake it up. Did he have any better options there? Because now I'm just going to set up my Mew, right? Reflect. Oh, he hates this Mew right now. Because this can't do anything. This can't do anything. I mean, it could, but he's going to have a real hard time taking this Mew down without using Self-Destruct. So I guess he is trying to wake up his Mew. So this Mew, my Mew is the bane of his existence right now. Just one Swords Dance there, because I could get full parried. So if I did 2 Swords Dances, there's a chance I could get full parried and the Mew could wake up and fight back. I just stuck to 1 Swords Dance, spam Body Slam. That way, if the Mew wakes up, I could get a full para on its wake up and have a better chance of winning if it did wake up. All right, so he's sending Seismic Tosses here with Chansey. This is his Hail Mary. He has to beat me with Seismic Toss, or this Mew is going nowhere. Right, so this is just going to be pre-heal, Body Slam, and then set up a Swords Dance, because I want to make him use Soft Boiled, and then I'll gradually set up Swords Dances until he can't out-heal me anymore. But this goes on for quite some time. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of Soft Boileds. And this Chansey's going to beat me with Seismic Toss. Like, I keep getting full parried at the perfect time, almost every time. And he's just going to keep on keeping on. Boom, right there. I do Soft Boiled here. And I think I opt for another body slam because I want to make him soft-boiled. I want a sword stance on his soft-boiled, right, to put him in a worse position. But I just keep getting the full pairs. My gosh, this goes on forever. And then I just say, screw it, hit that 3 times attack. He doesn't do seismic toss, so I waste a soft-boiled there. And now I'm just going to send it. Now I just got to send it. Do I want to soft-boiled and heal and potentially get stuck in that crap again, or do I just want to keep doing body slam and get the kill on this Chansey? All right. Now we're looking good. Now we're sitting pretty. My team hated his Zapdos, but his team hates this Mew. My gosh, thank God I had an ace in the hole. So he has to get special drops. Or he could explode. No, he can't even explode because he won't be able to finish me with Snorlax unless I get full parried, right? He could try that. I wouldn't recommend it. That's an all or nothing type of strategy. So I take that down, and now it's down to Snorlax and Mew, and this Snorlax just doesn't stand a chance. So, knocked it out of the park with that one. Moltres didn't really do much except Hyper Beam Mewtwo, so it did get that, but, hardly even had to use it. Alright, so that's that battle. Okay, Gengar, Jinx. Well, I do outspeed the Jinx with Hypnosis, and Gengar, that's his job. I could very well lose the Sleep War, but oh well. If anything is going to get put to sleep, Gengar should be it. So let's send it. Get it. I get it. Very good. Alright, send some Thunderbolts. Maybe his switch in will get a Thunderbolt Paralysis. No. I do another Thunderbolt, and I do get a Thunderbolt Paralysis. Look at that. But I keep it in because Earthquake is an obvious move, and maybe he'd try to catch me with Body Slam. I've seen Bugford play before, and he's no slouch. So, knowing this, I think Bugford would have done Body Slam and not Earthquake, trying to do a one-step ahead prediction on me. So I just keep it in, I get the paralysis, and now I bring in Moltres, because I know that Earthquake's coming for sure. Alright, trying to do some fire spins. Full para saves me again. My gosh. Alright. That's Moltres' job, is to jump over Earthquakes, much like Zapdos. I commit to fire spin there just to see if he was going to switch out, and then my fire spin ran out. But I generally do two fire spins or 2 trapping moves to make sure they don't switch around, so I can get the pivot advantage from the trapping move. I don't always do that. Like sometimes I'll just send it. It's good to variate it a little bit, but a generally good strategy is to keep doing your trapping move to make sure they don't switch around while you're doing it. So it's a hit or miss on that one. I did run out of fire spin though, so I was forced to switch out, and I didn't want my Moltres to get paralyzed, so I send in my Chansey to eat this paralysis and start sending some ice beams his way. Now, players think that getting frozen that isn't Mewtwo is a net positive. That's not necessarily true. I'm perfectly happy to freeze this Chansey right now and get it out of my way. Although it does make using Fire Blast a little bit harder, it's fine with me because I can at least get it out of the way right now, right? But players generally rejoice when the freeze slot goes to something other than Mewtwo because the Mewtwo freeze war is so common. But there are other ways of dealing with Mewtwo, namely paralysis and attack maxing. So I think I'm just going to go Ice Beam. He goes Snorlax here. Oh, this is a good move on my part. So he sees the Gengar, and I know he sees it. So there is obvious Gengar switch in to absorb Body Slam or Explosion, but I think he was going to hit the Earthquake on the switch, so I just do Moltres instead. And I think he does end up going Earthquake. Completely avoid it. Send out a Fire Blast, and that is game over for that Snorlax. Chansey comes back, bringing my own Chansey, and now I think the Freeze War is going to come into play. Yep. We're just going to do this for a while, and I'm going to roll the dice. Roll the dice on the ice beam. The dice beam. It's the dice beam. How long will it take? Did I freeze it? Did I freeze it? I did freeze it. Look at that. Okay, that's out of my face. And I think I clicked Thunder Wave right after the freeze. So I get a +1 on this Mewtwo here. I'm going to go to my Moltres because Mewtwo's primary attacking move is Earthquake. And I think I'm just going to start sending a Fire Spin right away. Boom, I get it. Now, there's a nice little strategy I learned when dealing with Mew with a Moltres, is that you do Fire Spin. Fire Spin doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but you do Fire Spin, and then you mix in some Fire Blasts to damage that Mew, because once that Mew gets its attack all the way up, and it has an attacking move that isn't Explosion, then Moltres is in trouble, right? So Moltres has to get the job done quick. It either has to land all its Fire Spins, or it has to mix in some Fire Blasts with it. So I'm going to do some Fire Spins here, and generally what the opponent thinks when Fire Spin is happening is that I'm going to commit to Fire Spin. I'm going to commit to trapping them, but no, look at that. Huge crit Fire Blast on that Mew. That's right. He does Body Slam, no paralysis here, and I can finish it off with a Hyper Beam. Good job, Moltres. You're earning your keep around here. All right, his Mewtwo, I'm going to block with mine, and we're going to do the Explosion strategy. I'm going to tank up a little bit, get some chip off. We're chipping. And I think Bugford watches my videos because he sees it coming. He sees it coming. Oh my gosh. Completely wasted. Oh man. The jig is up for me. I get him in a good self-destruct range and I want to send it, but what happens is he lands a crit on me, right? And if he heals right here instead of switching and I keep committing to Psychic, I'm going to get a bad range on my self-destruct before I go down. So I just clicked self-destruct out of desperation, really, because I didn't want him to heal and get a bad range on this Mewtwo. I didn't think he expected it. I think he expected me to heal, right? But no. He must have seen this Mewtwo before. He knew something was up. When he saw that Thunder Wave no heal, I think he knew something was up. So he sent in that Jinx. I gotta remember that. I gotta remember you. But no, I should be more cognizant of if I keep making videos, basically outlining everything that I do, and I keep playing on the ladder, and people see my teams, I should probably be cognizant of people catching on to my shenanigans, right? So I think Psychic was probably the move right there, right? But I didn't think anyone would have known, but he knew. He knew. He ruined my day. All right. Gonna send in this Mew. And is this... what kind of Mew is this? Earthquake Mew. Good. Okay, so I could have won against that Mewtwo fairly easily. He's going to sack this Chansey, and I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to go all the way with this Mew. I don't know if sending in that Chansey was a good move, right? His last is Slowbro, if I recall. So he could have gotten a paralysis with Slowbro. And then that, if he had the paralysis, winning with Mewtwo was possible. But he puts in Chansey and cuts his losses, so I am swords dancing all the way up. And even Slowbro can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. Gonna Earthquake and win it all. Right. And this is a big explosion for the finish. All I have to do is explode on this Mewtwo, and come on, Mew. Just explode on the Mewtwo, Mew. That's Mew, I swear to God, bro. Move. Mew, dude. Stop me. God, Mew. Oh. Mew didn't Mew hard enough. His jawline wasn't good enough for that Mewtwo. My gosh. All you had to do was explode on the damn Mewtwo. Mew. That's okay, though, because Gengar and Snorlax can finish the job. Get that there, and then one quick body slam with Snorlax. One little love tap should finish it off. There we go. All right, guys. That was Moltres in Ubers. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around.